Is the gender pay gap real?
No.
Why not?
Because women choose jobs which are generally lower paying, because they choose jobs they're more passionate about and interested in. And funnily enough, when you're interested in a job, it's probably not as hard as a job you're not interested in. If you're only going to do things you're interested in, they're going to be entertaining, and if they're entertaining, they're not going to pay you very much. I believe if the gender pay gap was real in the world we currently live in, as competitive as it is, there would be companies which only hire women because it would save a whole bunch of money. And you don't get that. I've seen this subject argued at length. I haven't had a job in so many years, I don't know. I know that if you ask the average woman, they certainly do believe in the gender pay gap, but my views are that one, women choose jobs they're more passionate about, which tend to be lower paying, because you only pay somebody a bunch of money because they're doing something they basically don't want to do. That's the first thing. I believe that, like I said, if a company wanted to be competitive, it would only hire women. And I also believe that there's a lot of legislation that protects and makes sure that people are treated pretty fairly. And I don't think that women give up their whole lives for a job like a lot of men do. I think the reason a lot of men are CEOs is, one, because yes, there's an argument that men have an evolutionary instinct to lead and perhaps are better predispositioned to lead because we're more emotionally stable. There is that argument. But truthfully, I know men like me who give up our entire lives to work. All we do is work. If we're awake, we work. That's all we do. I don't know a single woman like that. She sees the kids, she sees her friends. They're more emotionally rounded than us. They're more stable than us. They're probably a lot fucking happier. And they don't want to give up their entire existence to work. Why should they? I don't blame them, but that means they're not competitive. So if you're a company and you're trying to choose the best possible worker, and you have a man who gives up his entire life to work, and you have a woman who's had a few kids, wants to see her kids, do the school run, bake cakes, then she can't compete. So I don't think it's about gender. I think it's just about the amount of time invested in doing the actual job.
Could you argue, for example, professional football, like women and men, they might put similar time in? Why is there such a disparity there with what they earn?
I can absolutely argue that.
Yeah.
Do you know why women footballers get paid so little?
No.
I'll tell you why.
Well, I'm asking you. I'm not being interviewed.
I'll tell you why. Because women don't fucking support them. Male footballers get paid so much because men go and watch the male football. Women footballers get paid so little because women don't go and watch it. So blame the other chicks. That is a female problem. It's nothing to do with us. The reason that female footballers or female sports stars get paid less than male sports stars is because nobody wants to fucking watch. Because nobody cares. Now, it's not women who are supporting the male sports stars, it's men. So if your own gender has betrayed you, don't turn at us and say we were the problem. Don't turn to the patriarchy. No, it's not the patriarchy. It's your fellow females who have zero interest in watching you run around and kick a ball in the net. That's why nobody pays you anything, because nobody wants to fucking see it. Call it supply and demand. If nobody wants to watch it, nobody's gonna fucking pay for it. So my argument there is very, very simple. No, the gender pay gap could not be applied to sports, because females have betrayed their own gender absolutely. So to sit there and try and blame men is asinine.
So are you saying if there was equal support, there'd be equal demand, and as there would be equal demand, there would be equal pay?
There'd be equal TV rights, there'd be equal gate sales,
sponsorships,
equal ticket sales, equal merchandise, equal everything. How can it be equal when nobody buys shit related? What kind of stupid mindset is that? And this is what I'll say, gender pay gap, I play football, but nobody watches you play football. That's like me playing guitar in a room by myself and asking why I'm not paid the same as Bruce Springsteen. Because nobody comes to my concerts. I'm on my own. I'm sitting there staring at a wall like a dummy. If you're gonna go kick a ball around and nobody wants to see it, then don't complain when nobody wants to pay you. Nobody wants to see it. Not my fault nobody wants to see it. I don't want to see it. Do you want to see it? Tell the truth. How many female football games have you watched in the last 6 months? Tell the truth.
The Euro Cup final, that's it.
Okay. Well,
And England won that, so one.
Okay, one. Not bad.
But yeah.
Well, me, it's a firm fucking zero. And for most, it's a firm zero. Tough luck. That's life.